Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 10 of Civilization 5 as Korea. Still not quite ready to jump on the Incans just yet. Obviously I don't want to leave things too long because if they are currently in a war with France, that might end soon. I never know how long that's going to last, and if it runs out they might start bringing units back this way, which could be a real pain in the hoop. However, at the same time, I do want to give them a good chance to move some of their stuff away. Do I want to sell my cocoa to you? Well, do I have a spare one even? Let's wait on that one. I'm going to assume that I do have a spare one because everybody is suddenly asking me for cocoa. So I must have a spare one. But we're just going to refuse everybody for now, just so that we can double check. We've discovered steel. Fantastic. Now we're working on acoustics. Okay, let's just have a quick look at our resource list here. Cocoa. Apparently we have 2 and we're exporting 3. I don't even know how that works. Unless we're getting 1 from a city-state. Which is really, really weird. Unless I accepted some deals earlier that I shouldn't have done. So let's look at you, for example, because you are willing to buy it. So if I trade, I do have a spare one, apparently. That's weird. Are you willing to give me... You're not going to give me 9 because you're not friendly enough. 7 is probably all I'm going to get from you. Yeah. Don't have a declaration of friendship with anybody, so we can't sell anything for flat gold, but that's not too bad. You're just going to sit there, I think, and we'll just see if any units pass through here. I'd love to know what's been doing all the pillaging here. Surely barbarians can't have been responsible for pillaging that many tiles when the Incans had so many units. We've finished that iron mine. Let's go ahead and improve the cattle here. At least we'll get some more production in this city because it's a little bit behind. Right, that's where we got the extra cocoa from. That is fine. So what else do we want to build? I guess we could go ahead and get a few farms around here. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. There's nothing really needs improving. So let's go ahead and get a farm on the river. Maybe get some more mines and stuff like that. I don't want to get rid of the jungles unless I have to. I mean, we could build some build a mine on this tile, but it'd be nice to keep the jungle and keep the science. So what we could do is maybe build a trading post instead. Don't need open borders with you. At least there aren't as many Incan units around now, so there is a potential of starting war with them. What have we got here? We are now working that tile, which is not a great tile, I'll be honest. We are working some really junk tiles right now. Guess the production is okay. We just put you in the workshop. It's going to slow our growth right down, but 23 turns away from a great scientist. And we're getting another great engineer. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, I think. Unit needs orders. You guys, you were clearing the marsh, and you have done. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this extra iron mine. Don't like how close my workers are to these composite bowmen, but we can always get another bowman out there if need be. I don't think the Incans are going to attack me. I mean, they might. They'd be pretty dumb if they did. But there again, the AI has done dumber things. An enemy is near. Well, that's got to be a barbarian, surely. And indeed it is. Now, fortunately, I don't have any units down here. So, I don't have any units anywhere close. Seoul is 1 turn away from completing the national epic. After that, I would like you very much to produce a 620 for a Hwacha. We can't even buy one for a while. What would it be for a crossbowman? 6 turns for that as well. We'll go for a Hwacha then, because we can upgrade them eventually into cannons, so we'll do that. In the meantime, I think I'm going to take one of these guys from the back and bring them home, just so that they can deal with that guy. I think my work is safe because, yeah, it's the other side of the river. Might go around and pillage a few things. That said, they don't usually pillage things unless they're not at full health. So we should be okay. Saying that, they've just instantly gone and pillaged something. Annoying buggers. Unit needs orders. It's you, isn't it? So we're going to get you onto the road. And we'll sort of get you home as quick as possible. So deal with that barbarian camp. You just start working on a farm. You'll have to come down here and do some repairs later. Upgrade those cattle as well. Get that iron. Yeah, it's going to be on one of these tiles. Probably on that hill tile. Annoying. We know we've had to deal with barbarians there before. There are still a few tiles where barbarians can appear. So, you know, we have to be prepared for that. Hong Kong searches for science. That might be good for us. Yeah, these guys are getting really, really annoying now. Because they're pillaging farms and stuff. Are you working this tile? Because that gives you 2 food and faith. But to put you there would mean removing a lot of production. Because you don't have a lot of production. So I think we'll leave you for a little while. You also need a road. So we have to consider doing that as well. You're not safe there anymore. So get back to the city. How long will it take you to get down there? Not all that long. Obviously, you can't hit them from there. We'll put you there. You guys can move away from the horsemen. Where are they going to go this time? Just could really do without having to mess around with barbarians when we're trying to sort of, you know, prepare to go to war with the Incans. Okay, stupidly for them, they've actually moved a little bit closer. I could move these guys into the city, but that would use all of their movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire with the city first. Obviously, I've got oligarchy, so moving them into the city would have meant the city bombardment would have done more damage, but that weakens them up a significant amount. I think you guys can just skip the turn for now. And I think you guys can just skip the turn for now. We'll wait till we've killed that guy and then we'll consider moving you out to build and repair stuff. He's probably just going to hang around like a moron, although he might go and pillage the... Oh, he didn't pillage the plantation. Obviously, he used all of his movement. So let's go ahead and... I'm actually going to kill him with the city bombardment because I want to get my crossbow the other side of the river. You guys are going to come and repair the farms before you do anything else, and you guys are going to continue working on the pasture. Cargo ship that was previously going to Zurich is going to continue going to Zurich because money is good. And on to the next turn. Seoul currently isn't growing, and that's probably more to do with the fact that a lot of these farms have been pillaged. That's not terrible. We'll get them repaired quite quickly, so I don't think we need to worry too much about that. So, repair these farms up. Busan has grown also. So, you're working the cocoa over here as well, which we could probably get connected up. That's a good tile to work. That's a terrible tile to work. But there again, what are your options? You don't really have a lot of other good ones. Guess we could take a production away and just go for more food, but I think we're alright doing what we're doing right now. So let's go on to the next turn. Hopefully with that barbarian camp down here isn't going to be respawning stuff too quickly. We could have another cargo route actually, so that is something we should definitely get queued up in one of our cities at some point. Where are you hiding? Yep, you're up there. And they're only swordsmen, so they won't come out against me, so that's good. Seoul's borders have grown to a tile that's not particularly useful. We still can't grab rationalism yet. So we could get, well, we can't go into flourishing the arts, so we either have to pick another policy somewhere else, or we could just go into fine arts. So opening... How much gold do we currently get in Seoul? 23.52. So getting us another 5 gold per turn isn't going to be all that amazing. Exploration, just give us more naval movement. I think we go into this. It's not the most useful thing to take, but we have been in positive happiness for a lot of the time, and it will give us some a bit of a culture boost. So it's the best option of a poor bunch, I think. definitely need to try and get some swordsmen out as well. We've got that Hwacha that we're currently working on, which is very good. We'll send him up to replace this crossbowman. Right, you are definitely going to start firing at these guys. So our Hwacha gets a instant promotion. We're going to give you barrage, I think. We could actually bring it down here and just try and be cheeky and get some free experience for it by firing it at the swordsman. And I know you guys probably want to see what this thing looks like when it shoots. So we've finished our Hwacha. What we could do here is get along... There's a lot of stuff we could get, let's be honest. But let's go ahead and grab ourselves another cargo ship, because we definitely need one of those. We've also got to choose a new production in Busan, because we've finished our university, which should have given us a big boost to our science. Let's go ahead and get a longswordsman up here. And what else do we... Oh, wow. Everywhere's finished everything all at the same time. Let's go ahead and get a... Don't need the walls here particularly. Let's go ahead and get the Colosseum. Now that we're turning extra happiness into culture, let's make sure we've got as much extra happiness as we can get. Also, if we do take Cusco, we are going to need that. Need to build a road across here at some point. Almost finish the workshop there, and then we'll have to build another university. So 3 turns away from acoustics, that's not too bad. So these guys are just going to sit there. Hopefully it's not going to spawn too many more units. What I'll do is I'll move my crossbowmen up onto the hill so that we've still got line of sight, and we'll continue to move you guys down. They will take a turn to set up before they can fire, which is a bit of a pain. The workshop has finished. A university is going to take a fair amount of time, but I think we need to get it up and running. We could get the stoneworks, of course. I mean, we do have... Do we have stone and marble here? We do have one stone, so we would get an extra production. Actually, we can just buy that. I'm going to buy the stoneworks. And then we'll queue up the university, I think. Could get... Yeah, university. We need it. We need science. That's what we do. Then we're going for acoustics and chivalry banking into architecture. Maybe if we get that other great engineer, 11 turns away from a great scientist. Great engineer is going to be in 35 turns. Maybe we'll get that. Mind you, that'll slow down once we get that great scientist. But maybe we'll get a great engineer in time to be able to rush the porcelain tower, and that would be an excellent use of it. You're going to go back to Zurich. You're obviously one of our previous trade routes. Are you still at war with France? Didn't see the declaration of peace, so I don't know whether or not they are. He's actually friendly now. That's really weird. When did that happen? He soon changed his tune, hasn't he? So would you declare war on France? No, you have a peace treaty, so they've already peaced out. Which is damn annoying. Right, let's go ahead and get rid of this trireme. It's doing nothing for us at all. So this means that these guys are going to start bringing their units back now, which is a little bit annoying. So if I... Yeah, here they come. That's a lot of units. I could, of course, wait for the peace treaty to expire again. It seems like I'm spending a lot of money to do that. Of course, this time around, if I do intend to declare war on them, then I'd be better off actually bribing the Incans, because the moment I declare war on them, it breaks the deal anyway. We've just got a load of horsemen turn up. That is not a good thing, so we're going to shoot at you from there. Hopefully they won't be able to kill us off. Now, you can't do anything, so we're going to set up on this turn, just in case they move any closer. You can't reach them from there, so just do nothing for the rest of the turn. You guys have built the mine there. Is there anything else here that would be worth getting? I guess we could go ahead and get a paddock here on the cattle. It is within range of Zhengzhou. And as we've built... Oh, actually, I need to assign the great artist slots over here. Also need to double check and make sure that we've actually got a space for great works of art. Ah, you got caught by zone of control. Bully for you. Right, got acoustics in a new era. Let us quickly have a look at our culture. My culture. We do have one slot for a great work of art, but we want to go into Zhenju and work the Artists Guild. We're not starving. We'd also like to work the university. Unit needs orders, so let's go ahead and get this guy to fire. There we go, little bit, and I'm going to use this to farm this as well, because we'll get some free XP on it. So that's not too bad. So you guys can just sit there for the time being. We'll get some free XP on it, and then we'll send it back up to the front lines. I'm very, very nervous about what the Incans are doing. But it says they're friendly, and I don't think Pachacuti's a backstabber. But that number of units is making me really nervous. He doesn't have long swordsmen yet. He only has swordsmen and he only has composite bowmen. So I think if we declared war on him, we'd actually have a good chance of being able to do something to him. You've gone ahead and done that. What you're going to do now is you're going to go back here and you're going to start on a road. You need to move into position. You can set up and fire on the next turn. You're going to stay there and do absolutely nothing. Still in positive happiness. Now we're working on chivalry. Great Mosque of Gen. Well, we weren't bothered about that. You want to trade... Was that an existing one? Yeah, let's keep that going then. Got no beef with the Songhai right at the moment. Although I have had in past games where they've been a little bit of a pain. Let's go ahead and set you up for an attack and fire. That lovely free XP. Still getting a little bit. What have we got here? We have finished our cargo ship. What do we want to... Do we want to work on... This is Seoul. We could work on the Sistine Chapel. It's not a terribly useful wonder, although 25% culture in all cities, and it would give us more slots for great art. I'm going to try. Can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try. You're going to build a road. You still have copper and furs for trade. Do I have anything that you want? I still have spare coca. You have copper. Actually, one of our cities wanted citrus, but you won't give me citrus, will you? No. So give me the copper then. I think you're the only person that has citrus. Unit needs orders. New cargo ship from Seoul. Where are you going to go to? Where is Kaisel? I hate how you can't scroll to the right. Kaisel, where are you? Over there. Is that safe? I guess kinda safe. Bratislava, where are you? Anywhere near me at all? Oh, you're all the way over there. That probably really isn't safe. Which one offers me the most? Probably just go to Kaisel. Although we could just... No, we'll just go to Kaisel. We need the money. Make sure we get plenty of money. Unit needs orders. You're not going to do anything because we're going to do all the killing with the Huacha to get the free XPs. Then we'll send you back up to the front. So it'll probably be in the next video when we declare war on the Incans, if we do at all. I don't think the war effort is really taking much away from everything that I'm doing. I'm not concentrating too heavily on military. So we're still getting our science buildings built. We're still getting the infrastructure in our cities done. Let's go ahead and clear that camp now for some free monies. Units need orders. You've repaired that. This Seoul's growing a little bit more now. We will go and hook that iron up next time as well. So we're going to build the road. That'll give us some more gold in our capital. And then we'll get that fixed. We'll get the iron. Hopefully we'll get the Sistine Chapel. We're about to get some more happiness. Zhenju's grown in size. And I bet you're working probably really crappy tiles now, aren't you? 1 and 1. I'd sooner lose the 1 production and gain the extra food and the extra science, to be honest, and work that unimproved tile. You're going to repair that. Borders have grown. Oh wow, we've actually expanded to this now. We could go over here and get even more cocoa. That's really nice. We do have fishing boats there, don't we? Do we? Yeah, we've got a fishing boat there. May purchase with faith. We have a lot of faith. What can we buy with faith? Missionaries or great prophets? I suppose we'll just go for a great prophet and improve our religion somewhat. You can start working your way back up north now. I guess you can do the same, really. We don't need to keep you there. I mean, that barbarian camp probably will respawn again at some point, but I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. Really wish when the Incas went to war with the French that they would actually do something. I feel like I've wasted so much gold now bribing them to go to war with each other. Can't steal from the Inca, that's fine. My spy is mainly there to try and keep an eye on them and what they're doing. I want to see where all of their units are. They're currently building universities. And they're on food focus. So I don't know what exactly it is they're planning to do. Cargo ship, you were going to Seoul with production. Well, we're trying to build the Sistine Chapel, so we're definitely going to keep that going. That takes 23 down to 18. Always very, very risky trying to build wonders on this difficulty level, because most of the time you will fail. But if I can get them, I'm definitely going to try and get them. One turn away from getting a long swordsman. And there he is. So he can have the shock promotion. And we're going to move him up and we'll swap him with the crossbowman and put him in the actual fort there. We can choose a new production here. I think we are going to get ourselves a... could get a castle, which would be nice. Could get an armory, which would be nice. There's actually quite a lot of nice buildings that I'd like to get. And it is a little bit annoying that this is having to be our sort of forward military front here. So let us go ahead and get ourselves another long swordsman. We'll probably build another Huacha somewhere, and then I think we'll probably be ready to go. You finish the Colosseum. You can actually go ahead and build the other Huacha. It will take you a little bit of time, but I think that's okay. You're just going to continue to work your way back to the front, as are you. I must admit, though, I think if the Incans were going to attack, they probably would have already done it by now. So I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't. That still doesn't mean that they won't. So you've got to be very careful. So we want to swap these guys around, which we can do like that. So you can go back onto alert mode. You guys are going to continue building the road through here. And let's start getting you guys back. Can't get you... Oh, yes, because you've just moved in. Is that classed as forest, then? What's that used up all of your movement? They must have already used one movement. That's that repaired. That'll help Seoul out a little. We'll go and get that iron connected. I am, please, waiting. I spend more time waiting in this game than I do playing. There's our great prophet. Let's go ahead and get that iron. So we have ourselves a great prophet. Let's go ahead and enhance our religion then. So what's our second follower belief going to be? Religious community is still available. 1% production for each follower. I think that's really good to have. And our enhancer belief. Combat strength near enemy cities that follow the religion. Not a lot of the great options left available. Religion spreads 25% faster. I think we'll go for that one. Let's enhance the religion. That's that done. Units needing orders. So you're on the road now. You should be able to get up there particularly quickly. And you're going to cross the river, so that'll slow you down. So I'm going to get another long swordsman. I'll probably pop him up here somewhere as a bit of defense. And then I might consider actually pulling the trigger and see what happens. So you guys can just go on to alert. Yeah, he's got a lot of units around. And of course we do want to try and get these Huachas into a place where they can actually fire on the enemy should they get too close. So maybe I'll put one over here on the Mind you, you won't really be able to see over the forest, but we may be okay. We have a great scientist. I don't think I'm going to pop him. I think I'm actually going to put him on a tile. We'll put him on a tile that gives us 2 food. It's not improved. Let's go ahead and construct an academy. And let's go ahead and make sure that the tile is locked. Indeed, it is. So that's nice. So how much has that delayed our... Well, we've got a great artist coming in 6 turns. How much has it delayed our great engineer by? 49 turns. It's still maybe in time to get the great... to get the porcelain tower. We'll have to see how that one works out. Still got some units needing orders. Not too sure where you need to be. I'm thinking here, but then that forest might well be in the way. That'll be the crossbowman as well. Again, you're on the road, so you can get up here pretty quick now. On to the next turn. Just one more turn. That doesn't count because that wasn't actually the turn ending. Let's go ahead and build the mine there. So we'll get the next turn sorted out and then decide where things are going to go from there. Still in positive happiness, which is good. Building another Watcher, building another Longswordsman. Kaiser no longer needs investors. All of our cargo ships moving around. Not an awful lot going on. You, I think I'm going to move up to there. And we'll just set you up. Crossbowman, I think can... I think you should probably move forwards a little. Crossbowman can move up onto the hill. Better line of sight. You're just going to go on to... I really should stop putting the units on alert, because sometimes it just means they end up waking up every turn when they shouldn't wake up. And also sometimes it means that when an enemy comes near them, they pop out of alert mode, which means they lose their fortification bonus. So I should just put them on fortify, really. I know I said just one more turn, but now I'm kind of like, oh, just one more turn. You guys have finished that. I guess we could go and improve this. It wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. And that really is all we can do. So I'm going to end the video there because we've gone on for almost half an hour on this one. I'm quite pleased with the progress so far. I think we're doing relatively well. This city down here is still a little bit poor, but it's 6 turns away from getting its university. After that, we should be able to build Oxford, which is really going to help. We're halfway through the Sistine Chapel. I've got my fingers crossed that we're going to be able to grab that. And hopefully we're going to be able to get the Porcelain Tower as well. We did manage to get Angkor. We've also managed to get ourselves our first academy, which is really nice, and we are starting to build up a bit of an army, so things are looking quite good. In terms of score, we're number 1. Now, we know that score doesn't mean everything, because we've seen people with lower scores win, but I'm actually very, very happy with that. To be playing on Emperor difficulty and actually have the highest score, I think that is actually quite good at this point. But we'll see where things go over the next few videos, particularly if we take Cusco. We probably want to try and get Oxford University before we grab Cusco, although if it's puppeted, it won't matter. But I think it'll be a good city because we can have an observatory there, so we might get some nice science from it. So, that said, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.